Hi everyone, this is Marianne, the Artsy Crafter. Welcome to my channel. Today we'll be working on this journal, getting the pages decorated and see how far we get. Okay, we've got a lot to do, so let's get started. I've got Santa here to help me today again. So the first one we'll do is this inside panel here. I've just glue's wet, so that's what it looks like. I decided to do this one differently. This is part of your Freebie's ephemera pack, this frame here. I did have one here, a spare, but I can't find it. It's disappeared. Anyway, you'll know what it looks like in the pack. So the first time around I did this way, and you can see this time I did it this way. So I've got the larger panel on the bottom, and this one I had the larger panel on the top, and I had cut that out and left it hollow so that the background paper shows through with some journaling spot down the bottom. All I did was I painted the frame. I just cut it out, painted it, then I cut the inside panels out. I glued this onto a coffee dyed ruled page here, and then I cut around the outside. So I just painted this. You can just use pens if you want to. I used pen to do the black on the inside here. I just used some wrapping paper as a background page, and then just put that on, glued it onto the background page. So you got more journaling space this time around rather than this one here. You can see the difference. So that's what I did with that one. Then the next page, we've done this one, so the next one we're going to do is this one here. If I show you the original, you'll get the idea of what we're doing. This is the original, and we got the flip up here like that, two little pockets there and the one pocket here. So we're doing the same again. So I've already gone ahead and made the panels. You had this leaf design in the Freebies kit, the template. So all I did was I haven't got it here. I do have the original stamp. It's just on a bit of foam. So what you could do is you could mount this on some foam and then cut it out and use that as a stamp. So all I did was use different colored autumn colors, starting from the lightest color up to the darkest color, and I just did it in layers, stamped different colors. I just painted some watercolors on here, as I said, in the oranges, the yellow, the orange, red, dark red, and a bit of green. And I just layered the colors up and let each layer dry first. And then when I finished, when it was all dry and that, I just got some gold pen or gold's acrylic paint and painted in some of the leaves, not all of them, just to highlight some of them. Now I cut that panel out here. This background panel is one that we painted a few videos ago, which is this panel here, the brown and the caramel color. So I just cut a panel out of this and backed it on. Well, I just cut the panel out, sorry, and then I cut this panel out and backed it on to there. And then this here is just a strip I cut out from this part here. And then this is the Season's Greetings. Here I just glued that. They come in your freebie pack, and I just glued that on that panel there. And these leaves, as I said, you got 3 of them came in the pack there, and I just as they were, I just painted them same technique. I just painted the two in the reddy orange color and one in the green. And the original one I had two green and one of the red. This time I did it the other way around. I just went around the edges. This one I went around the edges in gold pen. The gold doesn't stand out so much. This one I went around in gold acrylic paint using a paintbrush. Then I just cut them out, and then we're just going to mount them onto here. And then I put some gold ribbon on the edge of the front panel here, so we're just going to glue this onto here and glue these onto here. So I just wanted to see where I'm going to position these, like that, and then this one on the top, and it'll just touch the ribbon and they go right to the edge. So we just glue them, leave one in place and use the glue, glue them down. You don't have to use these leaves. If you want to use something else for this panel, that's fine. Oh, it would pay to glue the panel down first, but I wanted to find out that's centered there, so I'll take this other panel out behind. It's just a bit distracting. So I wanted this towards the top edge, and then these will be glued about there. Actually, I should do this one first. Silly me. Glue this down first would make much more sense, I think. There we go. That's better, isn't it? So, glue that down there. Just wait a second to glue onto the background. A little bit stubborn. You tell her who's boss. So just get some these clips, hold them down, like that, and then now I can glue this leaf on here, cover the just on that edge there, and this one on the other side. Make sure there's enough glue, like that, and the green one in the middle. There you go. And we got our leaves attached to the page. I think that looks so pretty. So I'll leave that. I just glued the a ruled journal panel on the back of that one, and some of that lace stencil paper onto the back of that one. This one here we're going to put a pocket, so I just cut out the panel, a panel that's 4 3/4 wide by 4 1/4 high, or 12 by 11, and it goes that way. So it's 4 1/4 wide and 4 3/4 high, or 11 by 12 high in centimeters. So we're just going to glue that on. This panel here is the pocket, and I cut that at 5 1/2 by 2 1/4, or 14 centimeters by 5.5 centimeters high, 3/8 of an inch hinge on either side, or 1 centimeter or 1/2 centimeter, depends on how generous you want to be. So what I did here, so you got more room here to put, and you can see that I was going the wrong way when I made the pocket, so that's fine. So I just made the hinge by turning over and folding it down. Then I put this panel in here where it's going to go, like that. And then on this side I just fold it over so it sits against this edge here, and it should sit neatly as a pocket. And so I'll just cut this off because I had the wrong side. I measured the wrong side when I was making this pocket. Cut it off. Should be enough space. So I'll just move this journal out of the way and make sure we get it the right way this time. Or make sure I get it the right way this time. Just fold those flaps over. Make sure it's sits against the bottom edge like that. Turn it over and then we'll glue them down. Glue them to the back the panel first, like that. So this is that first method that I showed you of attaching pockets to your pages. Nothing wants to glue today. Oh, and I forgot. I probably heard you. That was probably the noise I heard you yelling at me to glue the bottom of my pocket. No worries. There we go. It's done. And I just get a tissue. Okay, so that's, we can attach that to our back flap there, and just ink around the edges like I've already done that, so that's fine. And now we can glue it on. Making pockets is so simple, using either of these methods. Sometimes you want to have more room in your pocket and sometimes you don't. It's not necessary. So it's up to you which way you want to go, which method you want to use. I use both in different situations. So there we go, that's that one. And maybe the weather's too cold. I don't know why nothing's gluing today. Okay, so now we're going to put two little pockets here, like these ones here. Two little pockets. So with these ones, I got them ready here. You can put, you don't have to put anything on the front. This is from little gift tag, and this is a gift tag that I actually made, cutting out piece of paper and sticking it together, and I just cut it out to that size. And this one is a sticker. I just took the backing off it and glued it on there. These little pockets are 2 1/4 inches wide by 3 1/4 high, or 5.5 centimeters wide by 8 1/4 centimeters. That can't be right. Must have been measuring something else. Sure, that's not right. We'll do it again. Okay, they're 3 1/4 inches wide by 2 1/4 inches high, which is what, if I put it up the right way, I might be able to read it properly. 8.5 centimeters by 5.5 centimeters. Oh, I was right. Oh, that was 8 1/4. It's up to you, and that includes the hinge. This one here I've got the book page here, and the this is that panel I cut out of the stencil page that we made, and this is just from one of those leftovers from the coffee dyed book page. So here I had the book page behind this panel this time, because of what I've got on the front panel. I like this to be at the front, so I just I had this cut off here because I was going to do it that way, but we've got the little hinges there. This one here, because it's book page and it's a little bit delicate, I made a top hinge, so that made it about half inch or about a centimetre, just to fold it over and just reinforce that top edge, so when you're taking in the tags, pulling them in and out, you won't tear that top edge. So that's just that. This time I'm going to put them down like this here. So this one's going to overlap that one, but no, sorry, this one's going to overlap that one. If I put my glasses on, I might see a bit better. So I had it overlapping about there, so they still stay on the page, something like that. Just slightly overlaps that one. So when we glue them down, we'll glue this one first, and then this one we're only going to glue from here downwards, so that it doesn't impede when you're taking in a tag this way. It's not going to impede it getting into there unless it's over far enough. Oh, this one will be no troubles because I got it right on that edge, so I could glue that down because it shouldn't stop it from, if I make a mark there and one here, I'll know where to glue it down onto. So we'll do this one first. So you can line this up where you want it on the page. I think I might have it down a little bit further like this, so that you can have a tall pocket, if you, taller tag if you want, and around about, where did I say, about there, like that. I think that looks pretty good. So you can have them straight on if you want to, one on top of the other. It's up to you. So I'm just going to make a little mark where that's going to go. I might do this one too, so I don't have to line it up again. So oops, so this is the top edge. So this time I'll glue the bottom first, so I don't forget. You want to forget to glue your bottoms. And then the side hinges. Go, and then find my little marks and glue them down like that. And then do the other one. It's the top, glue the bottom. And the hinges. We can put it on where we made that little mark. Yes, squish it down. There. Can't believe nothing wants to glue down today. Just have to keep encouraging it. You hold it there. Should be able to take this top ones off. There we go. And you can leave it till the glue dries, and if it isn't glued down, then you can add a little bit more glue. But that's your flip ups finished. in your pockets. All you have to do now is make some little tags to go in there, and that's all done. So the next one we get on to is this one is the one I made a mistake of. We're going to glue that in. Yours should be a full panel. This one I made a mistake when I cut the middle center panels out. So, but that will have a side pocket in there, so you won't see that when we get to that page, but that will be next time. So we're going to do, which one is it? 3 pockets, which I think is, where'd I go? So take that out. We're going to put 3 pockets on here, and I've got them somewhere here. I thought I'd lost it all. So first of all, we're going to use coffee dyed paper. And you're going to cut a panel out that's 5 3/4 inches wide by 7 inches high, or 14.5 centimeters by 18 high. And then move this out of the way for the moment. Here we're going to measure it up from the bottom by 2.5 inches high, or 6.5 centimeters high. Then when you measure that up, we're going to turn it and fold it here. Then we've got the hinges, which is 3/4 inch or 1 centimeter. Around the 1 centimeter, I think. Yes, 1 centimeter. So we're going to fold the hinges in like this. And then where the you folded it up here, we're going to separate the hinges here by doing these V on either side of where the hinge is. And then this pocket, this is going to become the bottom pocket. This is going to become the top pocket. So the bottom pocket, the hinges go to the back. The top pocket, we turn it over to the back and we fold them backwards like this. So they are at the back now, and then you fold this up, the hinges are at the back. And then we have the middle pocket is here. This panel here is 5 3/4 inches wide by 3.5 inches high, or 14.5 centimeters by 9 centimeters high. Once again, you fold over the hinges on either side, and then this will sit in here. So this will glue to this panel, and then this will glue to this panel, and that's your 3 pockets. Now the panels here, this one here, when you put your decorative paper on, I just cut it a little bit shorter because you're not going to see all the way to the bottom, just to save on using up some of your paper. And then I just put a ribbon on the top there, right on the top. So with these other ones, that's what I did the same. I cut these out just so that when you put the pocket in, you won't see the bottom, so you just need to put the decorative panel there and a little bit lower, and then the front one, of course, you'll have to put the whole panel in. So I just cut the panels out a little bit shorter than the pockets, just to give a little bit of a border around, and then I put some ribbon on the top. So all we have to do is glue them in. And I should have made it a little bit deeper, because I like to have the pocket panels up the top of the pockets just to reinforce those edges. So anyway, we'll glue these panels on first. On the top, keep my head out of the way so you can see. There we go. The top one, front one, I should say. Yeah, I've already done the middle one, as you can see, and then we just have to do the back one. There you go. Then we just have to glue, you don't have to glue the bottom panel on because it will naturally be stopped by this when it's folded over. So all you have to do is glue these hinges. And I like to bend that up like that so I know where this will go. Make sure it's all nice and straight and glue them down like that. That's that one. Then we just have to glue, put some glue on these two. And glue those two down. And you have 3 pockets. All easy. And then this here, we've got our background page, which is just the book page. So you can leave the glue to dry, or you can just, this is just going to go on here towards the bottom, so you've got plenty of room to put journal cards and your tags in there. So once again, glue the bottom first, and then the outside of the hinges. And I'll put it towards the bottom here. There you go, and you've got your 3 pockets. Okay, so we move on to the next page. So we'll just go back and check those. This one here, I will deal with this one. I cut out a panel from a book page and I inked it, and that will go on there. And this is an image that I got for a Christmas card, an old Christmas card. Just cut it out, inked around the edges, and then I had to cut a little tiny bit off the tree, but that's okay. And that will go on there. It's the only one I could find. I couldn't find a teddy bear or anything. But I think he's cute enough. So I already put some stars on there, some stickers. And you can see that, the stickers, gold stickers there. So thought it was very fitting because he had a gold star. So I'm just going to position this behind him. Where did I have it? I think I had him down. I'm going to have him down there. And this gold, oh, he's stuck behind the star. So it's just covering the star on an angle like that. So now all I have to do is glue this down, which I will, if I don't want to move it, I'll just glue part of the page down. Oops. This, if you don't want to move it from its position, you just glue that part down, lift this up, and then glue this down on this side. There we go. And then we'll glue Santa and his Christmas tree down. I've got a little bit of extra card there. Okay, over to the edge there. Make sure that's still going to shut. Yes. And glue that in. And I'll leave that for the glue to dry. This front panel here, this is the leaves paper that we painted in the last video. I'll show you how to paint it, and you're going to go off and finish it yourself. I just cut a little panel out there, and around the same size as this one that we did early on. I'm sure we did that together, I'm pretty sure. But if we didn't, then we're going to use a music sheet panel like that, just a little bit smaller than your envelope, and another one like that. And then this is the snowman that you saw in this one here, snowman with this little birdhouse. I cut this one out, but normally I would just cut it. This is in your free digital ephemera pack kit, so I usually just cut a panel out, painted it, and then fussy cut around it, and then glue into position. But this time I'm just showing you where it goes, because I don't really have the time to do another one. So you can see this is the sample one. So that's how you would do it. Just cut the panel out, paint it, then fussy cut it out, and then glue it on your page. So so I'm just going to glue this panel down here. So this panel is actually 3 inches by 4.5 wide, 8 centimeters by 11.5 centimeters wide. With this envelope, it depends on what size envelope that you are using. So I put that in there. You don't have to do the Santa Claus. You could put some other image on there from a Christmas card or wrapping paper, or wherever you find something there, and put it in there. Piece of that I could have done something like this, cut one of these out and put in a panel like that if I had something small enough. But anyway, that was I just thought having a Santa Claus and a snowman, and I couldn't find one. I didn't have an image, so that's why I drew one and painted it myself. Anyway, that's that. So the next one, on the other end of that, we've got, this is your cutout from that ephemera pack. So we're going to go back to the envelope on the back side here. So I just cut out a journal panel and put on the inside here, and then here I've already done it, but I hadn't. Just cut that bird panel out and glued it into place. So that's all done with that one. So the next one is we're going to do this one here. If I can find the panels, I lost them. I found this card. This is an old card. I thought it would be really pretty here, so I just got some wrapping paper. It's only thin wrapping paper, but we're going to glue it on the back of the inside of the signature here. And then going to cut out some, if I can find it now. I'll just show you and you can do it. So this is the one I did in this other book here. There. So depending on the size of your card, if you're going to use a card, I use the back. I glued the back onto. I glued the back panel on, which is also wrapping paper. So the card itself, I cut these pages out and I trimmed the bottom with some fancy scissors, and then I've got 3 sheets of journaling paper here, 2 ruled that lace panel, and just one of the panel from the stencil page that we made, and there was nothing on this side, so I just glued a panel onto that side, and then I made a hinge for these top panels here, these pages. I fold the hinges over and then I glue them together first. We've done that before, so I just turn the over about half a 3/8 of an inch hinge or 1 centimeter, and glue them onto the back of this decorative panel here. You could do it that way, and then glue the top of the panel onto the front of the back of this card. As you saw before, I kept that sentiment. You could also take all the hinges and glue it to the back of the card itself, and then glue the back of the card to the page. That's another way you could do it. So here I don't need to put anything here because there's a pretty image here. I just will put something over this piece. I'll leave that sentiment there, and I'll just put some journal papers on there. It's up to you. So I'll leave that with you. This is the all we're going to do today in our journal. We haven't got too much more to do. These get the real one, the first one here. Have a separate video dedicated to just doing this page, and then because I probably won't get time to do the whole lot, we'll do this one next video, because we're going to make these background panels here in the red check and the green check. That's about the last ones we have to do, and then we've got to do this one as well, so we'll do those 2 pages. But the first one and this one here will be we've got to finish doing this with the what do you call it, snowflakes. So we've got to finish that page that we've already started, and then make this page here. So that will be a separate video. And then the last one that we'll be doing is and this is another one we'll do in the next video, the what I call the church doors. So this will be a separate video as well, because this paper here is like the blue one you just saw, but it's in the charcoal colors. So and I think that should be, oh, and this panel here. So still got a few pages to do, but this might be part of the other ones, but these ones will be dedicated videos all to themselves. So and then as far as I don't know whether I'll get time to make the tags and the journal cards together, but I can show you what they look like, and you can go ahead and make them yourself. So I'll just go through a few because I think we're running out of time. Anyway, that's it today. Thanks for visiting, and I hope to see you in the next tutorial. Bye now.